Hey guys, Scott the Horse Racer. I'm about another video. And this one talk about 2024 Travers Stakes, and it's kind of a rough day for me. I'm a Florida State fan, and they went to Dublin today and lost to Georgia Tech. And then I did the pick five day. I felt really good going into it, and I was trying to cut some corners, and I single measure time in the first race, and that came back to bite me as the Clement horse beat him. So all around, wasn't really that great of a betting day for me. But anyway, let's get around into it. And Fierce has done something he ain't done all year, and he's ran two good races back to back, and I think everybody that was against him had a right to be. As you can see, looking on his Equibase, every time he ran a big effort, he bounced the next time, and ran a big effort in the Jim Dandy, and I thought for sure he was going to bounce too in this one. At least I wasn't going to bet him, seeing the pattern that he's done, and that's going to raise questions. You start looking at what's next for the horse, and I kind of think if I was going to guess, had bypassed the Pennsylvania Derby and probably point towards the Breeders' Cup. And the good thing is this horse is going to have some time off between now and the Breeders' Cup. But the downside is, the consistency factor. Now that he's won two straight, is he gonna, propel that to a Breeders' Cup win? Is kind of makes him just an untrustworthy horse because he still said even though he broke the pattern for me, I need to maybe see one more bout of consistency before I start to, really back him. And then the other horse I'm gonna talk about that, I thought did really good was Torpedo Anna, and she almost won the race, and it made sense why Kenny McPeek brought her over here. Won the Coaching Club Oaks, won the Kentucky Oaks, won the Acorn, done everything gets to Phillies you could possibly ask. Definitely the clash of that division, and I wonder if the distaff, looking ahead at the Breeders' Cup, if when Adair Manor comes, that might be. I think Adair Manor's the only Philly that was, give her a run for the money, and if I'm having to look ahead as a surefire one of the British Cup, I'd probably say Adair Manor be high on that list as of right the second. But Torpedo and the shows definitely belong with the boys, and this horse could potentially take another step forward. And I'm very happy for the connection to take the chance. Made for a good betting race. I was kind of disappointed in Sierra Leone a little bit. The good thing for the connections is that race put his earnings over $2.3 million. So at least they can say they got their money back off the purchase, minus the trainer fees and all that. But sometimes you see connections that pay an arm and a leg for a horse, and they wind up losing on the back end. The horse might make 500,000, but at least and this horse still hasn't stood for stud yet, so I'm sure they're going to come out ahead. So even though the horse always comes with an effort, and it's disappointing, I still think at the end of the day, those connections are all about making money. And certainly they look to be on the track to do that with the, horse. But all in all, I say it's a very good Travers, very good for Fiercest to buck the good race, bad race. If you backed them, good for you. You definitely went against the trend, and the odds showed it. It's going off Thorograph and Buyer. The horse certainly was the, fast. If you watch my, preview up to the race, I said that if Fierceness ran his A race, it was going to, he was the best horse if he runs the best race in the field. The problem is his pattern was due to not run that race. So if you backed him, good for you. And thank y'all for watching.